This week, we are returning to Fiore for more Fairy Tail Figure It Out fun. Except this time, I'm going to be showing off a character a little more fitting of the current season than the Summertime Salamander. It's our very own Winter Wonder, Grey Fullbuster! Once again, brought to us by Good Smile Company at the hand of sculptor Yokohama Yusuke. Hey Grey. Nice to meet you. So, there isn't an awful lot to this figure that's massively different from Natsu in terms of sculpt, paint job, and attention to detail, and I only looked at him recently, so for the most part I'm just going to focus on what's new or different about this cool customer. While I'm less impressed by Mr. Fullbuster's face, I can't help but get excited about his hair, much more so than last time around. It just looks so good. And moving down a little, we can see his delicious man chest, decorated by his Rave Master reference necklace. We can also see the Fairy Tail logo peeking out from under his shirt. Cheeky. Now, this is really unprofessional of me, but I need to take a break mid-review to make myself a cup of tea. I just feel really chilly at the moment, so, sorry. I'll be right back. Ah, much better. Now, back to the video. As you can see, Grey has a very similar problem to Natsu in that you can see where the Wait a second. Grey, what the hell? Ah, not again! I told you, get lost! Well, I suppose this is as good a time as any to tell you guys about the cast-off shirt. What makes Grey really interesting to me is the fact that his arms aren't held on in the same way as Natsu's. Instead of just plugging them in the old-fashioned way, they're held on using black magic. By harnessing this power, which I'm told is called magnetism, you can slip Grey's shirt off to present him in all his exhibitionist glory. As you can see, Grey has a very similar problem to Natsu in that you can see where the arms connect to the shoulders quite definitively. It's for that reason that I would always choose to keep his shirt on, as doing that helps keep these connection points very well hidden and gives Grey the complete sense of seamlessness that Natsu just falls short of. And speaking of exhibitionism, look at him, he's showing off his purple pants! What a naughty boy, no presents for him! This is a bit of an odd sentence for me to say out loud, but Grey's trousers look immense. Just the little things like the chain on his side, the subtle shine on his shoes to differentiate them from his kecks, to the end of his belt poking out here to give the whole package an impressive sense of realism. What else is important is how his pose, while a little basic, has some crazy gangster lean going on. Look at that! It's as if his torso has decided it's got other places to be. While this may be a little less exciting than Natsu's fire hand pose, this is a great rendition of Grey's ice make stance. A little ice effect wouldn't have hurt, but I can understand why it may have been hard to implement one. And the base is, well, it's exactly the bloody same, just slightly smaller and a different colour to match Grey's Fairy Tail symbol. Okay, alright, I know that technically means that they're not exactly the same, but shut up. It's always been tough for me to decide which character I prefer out of Natsu and Grey, but if I were to judge these two based solely on their figure quality chops, Grey comes out just about on top. It was a tough one to call, but while Grey does have a couple of tiny glue blobs hither and thither, it's simply the ability to hide those lines on his arms that win the day for him, especially as I don't plan to strip him or Natsu anytime soon. Unless he decides to do it himself again, of course. And with this sheer abundance of quality, Grey, Natsu and Lucy could definitely be seen as rivals to Mega House's Portrait of Pirates series of One Piece figures in terms of style and quality. Though, whether or not Good Smile will attempt to rival the sheer volume of characters in that series is yet to be seen. It would be nice to see Gajeel and Juvia at least. I love those two. I'm yet to get my hands on a copy of Lucy, but oh lord, I can't wait until I do. But as soon as I do, I'll be sure to let you all know what I think. Until then, Grey and Natsu are going to stand proud in my Detolf as the epic Dream Fairy Tail double team. Yes!